afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Thursday. Charlotte Gillespie in for Susan Simon, who will be back tomorrow. Good to see you.
Nice to be here.
Bright and yellow today.
Trying to bring some sunshine in addition to what we got outside.
We got plenty outside.
Yes.
We'll get to the weather in just a minute, but first, topping our news today, some deer have been found with COVID. How this might impact your hunting season.
And the chaos continues in Afghanistan. We have the latest on the attempt to get Americans and Afghans to safety.
And as wildfires continue to burn across California, a local woman is headed out west to help with relief efforts. Let's take a look outside on this Thursday. Kind of hazy out there.
There's some raindrops earlier,
yeah,
too.
Well, I was coming back from lunch. It's sprinkled.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, you can dump a little more, please.
We need more. A humid end of the week. Dana is in the backyard. You know, I don't mind the heat. It's the humidity.
It is. It really is the humidity for us right now. Temperature-wise, we are in the upper 80s, but when you factor in our dew points, it feels like we are in the mid to low 90s. So it is just a little more sticky outside for us. We're expecting some patchy fog to pass through overnight. Looking ahead to your Friday, plan on another very warm and humid afternoon. But we might start to see our next chance for some more steady rainfall. We were right earlier. We did see a few raindrops. There's that slight chance this evening, but the steady rainfall really builds in late Friday, heading into early Saturday. That's really our only measurable rain we're expecting heading into the weekend. So thankfully, it won't be a total washout, but we will be keeping a close eye on the radar early Saturday morning. Now, I know you guys just mentioned taking a closer look at those wildfires out west later on. I'm also looking at that map right now out to the west. We'll take a closer look at that effect to the west, how that's impacting the plains right now, and our weather systems building into the Midwest coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Jana, we'll see you then. Thank you. Well, we continue to learn more about COVID-19 every day, and we're a bit surprised by this. A recent study done by the USDA discovered that discovered COVID-19 antibodies in deer.
Jamie Perez spoke with them about their findings and what this means for hunting season.
Right. Well, during the pandemic, the USDA told me they tested blood samples from deer in 4 different states. They said deer have been susceptible to catching and transmitting viruses in the past, so they wanted to see if COVID fell into that same realm. So out of the 481 deer they tested, they found antibodies in 33%. Those deer were in Illinois, Michigan, New York, and Pennsylvania. The USDA spokesperson I talked with said he was not surprised to find the antibodies in deer, but something else did take him by surprise.
What surprised us more was the fact that we were seeing in all 4 states over such a large geographic area, which suggests to us that the exposure is probably happening on a much broader geographic scale.
He said that does include right here in Wisconsin. So for all you hunters out there, the USDA said there is no evidence right now to suggest that you can get COVID from the deer if you eat the meat. They say that you still should be taking all of your normal safety precautions that you normally would. So wash your hands, wear gloves, disinfect your tools, and thoroughly cook the meat before eating it.
All right, Jamie, thank you. New images continue to emerge from Afghanistan, where thousands of Americans and Afghan special visa applicants are clamoring to evacuate.
President Biden met with his national security team this morning to discuss the latest developments. Also, he is continuing to defend his decision to withdraw.
Natalie Brand has more from the White House.
This newly released video shows a little girl handed to U.S. troops over a wall at Kabul's international airport. Another shows a woman being helped over. Inside a U.S. airbase in Qatar, crowds of Afghan citizens wait to have their documents processed. The Biden administration says 12,000 people have been transported out of the country since the end of July, including American citizens and Afghan allies. But there are still tens of thousands waiting to get out.
The department is sending consular staffing teams to Qatar and Kuwait to assist with the transit effort, and we're preparing teams to surge to other processing locations as well.
The State Department has sent more messages urging U.S. citizens and green card holders to come to the airport, though they cannot guarantee safe passage. The Pentagon says it's still working towards its goal of evacuating up to 9,000 people a day.
The CENTCOM command team will continue to bring in the airflow required to fly out those people.
President Biden is pushing back on criticism of the drawdown, including from members of his own party, saying he doesn't believe the U.S. could have withdrawn from Afghanistan at any time without chaos. In an interview with ABC News, the president said he would have pulled out regardless of the deal made by the previous administration.
Your top military advisors warned against withdrawing on this timeline. They wanted you to keep about 2,500 troops.
No, they didn't. It was split. That wasn't true.
The president suggested U.S. forces could stay in Afghanistan past the August 31st deadline until all Americans are evacuated. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
The UN Security Council met to discuss the situation in Afghanistan today, during which U.S. Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield said the council must hold the Taliban accountable and work together to ensure Afghanistan cannot ever again be a base for terrorism.
A new report has found the U.S. Census Bureau failed to prevent a cyber attack in January of 2020. The census count itself was not impacted by the hack, according to the Commerce Department Inspector General's report. Hackers used a publicly known software flaw to get inside some Bureau servers. The Bureau knew of the possible vulnerability more than 3 weeks before the attack, but didn't take any action. In fact, the agency was still using those hacked servers until February of 2021. It's unclear who's responsible for the attack. In the report, the IG's office recommended several changes, including updating incident response plans and ensuring all internet-connected agency devices were scanned for vulnerabilities.
A British study finds protection against the Delta variant from the Pfizer and AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines weakens within 90 days after the second dose. The authors note 2 doses of either vaccine still gave at least the same level of protection as getting a natural coronavirus infection. The study of more than 3 million COVID tests was conducted by Oxford University, Britain's Office of National Statistics, and the Department for Health and Social Care. The study has not yet undergone peer review before publication in a scientific journal.
The Federal Aviation Administration is proposing more than $500,000 in fines against 34 unruly airline passengers. Most of the incidents involved passengers violating the mask mandate. 9 people were accused of hitting or touching another person on the plane, including crew members. One passenger is facing a $45,000 fine for throwing luggage at another person and grabbing a flight attendant by the ankles and putting his head up her skirt. Another person could pay $42,000 for snorting what appeared to be cocaine from a plastic bag and making stabbing gestures at other passengers. Half of the incidents involved flights to or from vacation destinations in Florida.
Highway 60 was closed in both directions this afternoon after an SUV struck a semi. The accident happened around 11:50 a.m. on Highway 60, a couple miles west of Lodi. A wheelbarrow with rocks in it fell off of a car in front of the SUV and caused the car to swerve in front of the big rig. When the big rig struck the SUV and rolled onto its side, the drivers were transported to area hospitals with injuries.
New details about a deadly interstate crash on I-94 in Jefferson County yesterday. Sheriff's officials say 3 people were struck and killed after they got out of their cars following a crash. A car pulling a cargo trailer veered out of control and crashed into a guardrail. A second car also crashed. A third car passed by, turned around to give aid. Authorities say 3 drivers got out of their cars and were struck and killed by a 4th car.
The Wisconsin Department of Health Services updated information regarding the spread of the Delta variant this morning. The 7-day average of new cases in Wisconsin is 1,223. That's almost 7 times higher than just a month ago. On the DHS website, it released a new data visualization showing who in the hospital is fully vaccinated versus those in the hospital who are not fully vaccinated.
And you can see that there are 3 times as many cases in those who are not fully vaccinated as we look at the rate per 100,000. And you see something very similar, about 3.5 times as many hospitalizations in those people who are not fully vaccinated, and then a 10-fold increase in deaths for people who are not fully vaccinated.
The visualization of people in the hospital who are unvaccinated is meant to show the public how dangerous it is not to get your vaccine.
Well, only on News 3 Now, our local American Red Cross is deploying a volunteer to California to help in their fight against wildfires. Angie Oakley left from the Madison airport this morning. Angie has already deployed 14 times in the last year. She spoke to us about the joy she gets from helping others.
It's been life-changing. I get to do this all the time. I just get to go out, help people, and it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
8 Wisconsin volunteers are helping in California, providing meals, shelter, and other aid. About 200 Red Cross volunteers nationwide are all part of the effort.
The Green Bay Packers on Thursday introduced their new history-inspired third uniform, the 50s Classic uniform. The new uniforms will debut at Lambeau Field on October 24th against Washington. The uniforms are all green with gold numbers and stripes similar to the jerseys worn in the 1950s. In those days, the green was a Kelly green, and the team alternated between wearing it with green or gold pants.
I know our fans really enjoy the third alternate historic jerseys. I think this one is really going to appeal to them. Just it's a unique color combination with both green pants and green jersey, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how our fans react to it.
The 50s Classic uniform is inspired by the team's uniforms from 1950 to 53, which was the second time the team wore green and gold in its history. The Packers first wore green in the mid to late 1930s. That's not bad.
No, I think they're pretty sharp.
Uh-huh.
It's better than those blue ones with the billiard balls on them. From the 40s or 30s? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, just one game, but yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Doesn't matter. Just get them dirty.
That's right.
Right? That's what we need to see. So dirt.
October in Lambeau, they're going to
Yes.
lose. All right. Well, this is believed to be the largest anthill in Scandinavia.
Stop.
9 feet high, 40 feet in circumference. Researchers say it contains around 300,000 ants and dates back to the 18th century. The higher the ants build, the more sun the hive will catch, and the warmer and more comfortable the ants will be indoors.
Do you have to touch it? I mean, it's like one little poke.
The 18th century.
And they're all coming out. My gosh. I don't want to see their leader.
No, I don't either. Welcome. The Wisconsin volleyball team is ranked #2 nationally this year.
We'll tell you how you can see the team in action this weekend at the Fieldhouse when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
So, what do you think?
I love it.
Everything is relative. Travel, for example. A trip to Stoughton might seem like a long way, but if you're shopping for diamonds, it's closer than you think.
Diamond Select.
Importers of shimmering diamonds from the mines of South Africa to the streets of Antwerp and Tel Aviv. They shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to.
Diamond Select. Direct pricing saves you money.
On GIA certified South African diamonds.
Diamond Select.
Downtown Stoughton.
Remember when no dream was too big? And you could fearlessly face the unknown. You still can. When you have a rock you can depend on for life, you'll be unstoppable. Like the millions of people who rely on Prudential for financial planning and investing. Who's your rock?
You won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So trees, you won't take me down. When allergies attack, take Allegra.
Before your symptoms take over you.
Live your greatness.
It is not Santa's sleigh, but a luxury airship will get you to the North Pole and back for a pretty penny. A startup firm called Ocean Sky Cruises is offering luxury air cruises on an airship. Those are steerable balloons used in the early 1900s, like the Hindenburg and the Zeppelin. The luxury airship includes hotel-like cabins and modern technology. 16 passengers can fly to the North Pole and have a picnic on the ice cap there. This trip, though, costs nearly $233,000 for a 2-person cabin.
Oh, not each. Well, that's good. That's reasonable.
Reservations are available. They're open now. Ocean Sky hopes to kick off its first expedition in 2023 or 2024. That's quite the view.
Yeah, it really is.
That's
Straight
an
down.
expensive view.
Well, it was a mixed day on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials lost 66 points, closing at 34,894. The NASDAQ, however, added 15 points. The S&P 500 was up about 5.5. School enrollment trends are facing a major reshuffling due to the coronavirus pandemic.
Tahalil Mohideen shares what this could mean for the future of in-person learning.
Student enrollment in both public and private schools is taking a major hit.
What we saw during the pandemic for public school enrollments was a drop that was almost 10 times what we were seeing in previous years.
Drops, Wisconsin Policy Forum researchers say, are mostly concentrated in pre-K.
Maybe their child was on the bubble of being able to attend school or not, chose to keep their child home an additional year rather than, send them into school, during a pandemic.
But not all parents are opting to delay their child's schooling.
We doubled in enrollment. We had over 4,000 students in our K-12 program.
Instead, choosing to send their kids to virtual charter schools.
All of those things that really other districts were scrambling to provide resources for, kids could get started right away. They didn't have the learning loss that other school districts had.
Or even homeschooling.
A lot ended up doing the homeschooling because the online, sitting your kid in front of Zoom the majority of the day, just did not work.
Increasing by 47% in the 2020-2021 school year.
They said, hey, we're already taking care of them at home anyways. It's not like they're going to school.
Membership to the Madison area homeschoolers Facebook group went from about 50 new members a year to an additional 400 new members post-pandemic.
People saying that they don't want their kids going to school with masks on. We also get people saying they don't want their kids going to school where other people don't have their masks on.
But what does this mean for public schools?
Districts that are experiencing a drop in student enrollment could potentially would likely face, some drops in revenue limits and state aid going forward.
State funding formulas for public schools are heavily reliant upon enrollment numbers, formulas that don't account for the pandemic.
That's the challenge, is that you have this disruption in our funding system, but at least for the long term, you have the same needs. For the students in the schools themselves.
Forum researchers say at this point, it's hard to tell if these enrollment trends will change anytime soon.
Case numbers being up somewhat from where they were in June, whether we continue to see pretty substantial impacts to enrollment. I think that's just an open question. We have to see.
Or what implications they might have on student learning.
I think there's a lot of reason to be concerned that student progress has been affected, but there's not the kind of data that we would like to have about that.
In Madison, Tahlil Mohideen, News 3 Now.
Wisconsin Policy Forum says national data on enrollment follows a similar pattern. Nationwide public health enrollment has seen its largest decline since 2000.
Interesting numbers.
It is. For the first time in 17 months, Wisconsin Athletics welcomes fans back to its facilities when it hosts the Badgers Are Back event to Camp Randall Stadium and the UW Fieldhouse this Saturday.
First up is a football practice at 9 a.m. and at noon, the number 2 ranked volleyball team in the country takes the Fieldhouse floor. Earlier today, I got a chance to talk with the team's head coach, Kelly Sheffield, to talk about his number 2 ranked team and the season ahead.
We've got a red-white scrimmage this Saturday. We'll split our team up into two and let them go at it for a few sets. We've got 4,000 fans that have already signed up for tickets, and hopefully we can get a little bit closer to almost filling this place up on Saturday.
It's hard to believe that the season's about to begin already.
It's awesome, isn't it? I mean, yeah, we played last spring, and you know, quick turnaround. They got a couple months off. We had a month where we geared up. Now we're in preseason, and yeah, what do you know? But everybody around here is excited about what's in front of them.
Yeah, after winning the Big Ten championship last year, what is it like to start all over with some new players?
You know, every year is a different challenge. I mean, this is the toughest volleyball conference in the country. We've got 6 teams ranked in the top 12 for preseason, and it's a crazy good conference. We're also excited to be able to have non-conference this year, because we didn't get that last year.
You're ranked 2nd nationally. Congratulations, by the way. Do you embrace that, or do you sort of put that on the back burner?
I mean, you know, it's kind of where we've been for a while now. Most of these guys have, you know, we've kind of been around that top 10 for a while. Last year we were top team in the country all regular season, so it's nothing new to these guys. I remember the first time that we got that #1 ranking. That was really cool. It lasted for probably about a cup of coffee. I think it was about 72 hours, and we lost. 72 hours may be generous. I think we lost quicker than that. You know, but you know, these guys, it's not about rankings anymore. You know, it's about trying to get better. It's about trying to win a Big Ten title. It's about trying to win our first national championship and bring it back to Madison.
Came awfully close last year, that's for sure. Tell us about the team this year. What should fans look for?
You know, I'd say this is the deepest. It's clearly the most experienced team we've ever had, with so many people being able to come back for an extra year. You know, a lot of players that have been playing since their freshman year. Sydney Hilly, I think, is the best setter in the country in my mind, and you know, a 4-time first-team All-American, Dana Redke in the middle. We've got some great outsides. You know, this might be as good of a passing team as what we've had in a while. Devin Robinson had a great freshman season last year, so we got a lot of depth, a lot of experience, and a lot of really talented young players that are coming in behind them.
Molly Haggerty's being honored on Saturday. What did she mean to the program?
Oh my goodness, Molly I mean, one of the great careers in our program's history. Came out with a bang. Had an unbelievable opening weekend her freshman year out in Hawaii, and led her to all Big Ten Freshman of the Year and a 3rd-team All-American. Also became had 2 more years where she was All-American for us. But the thing with Molly is that she was fearless, you know, and so in big moments, in big matches, she wanted the ball. She just, there was no fear out of her, and that became contagious. So her mentality was all the way through the lineup, and when the lights were brightest, the moments were the biggest, the crowds were the loudest, that's when Molly thrived.
And everyone else as well. Kelly, thanks for being with us today. Have a great season. It's always fun to watch.
Hey, appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
And the volleyball team opens its regular season Friday, August 27th, next Friday, at home against TCU. Volleyball single match tickets went on sale this morning, so get them while you can.
That's the team to watch.
It really is. Well, not every social media sensation has 2 legs.
We'll meet a 4-legged Instagrammer who is lighting up the internet. That's after Dana's first warn forecast.
Don't wait. Ashley Home Store's 4-day Labor Day preview deals are Friday through Monday. Skip the lines to save up to 60% off holiday doorbusters now. Plus, 5 years no-interest financing means you can pay as little as $17 a month for a new room full of furniture you'll love. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Dry eye symptoms keep driving you crazy? Inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Let's kick Ken's ache and burn into gear.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those drops will probably pass right by me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Be proactive about managing your symptoms by talking to your doctor about twice daily Xiidra like I did.
I prefer you didn't.
Xiidra, not today, dry eye.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find new summer adventures. Find new roads.
The open road is waiting. Well-qualified lessees can sign and drive this 2021 Equinox LT for around $350 in a month, or make no monthly payments for 90 days on most 2021 Equinox models when you purchase.
If a nurse is what you want to be, let Herzing University make it possible in lots of different ways. Whether you're planning to become a nurse for the first time or take your nursing career to the next level, Herzing offers learning options and a choice of nursing pathways, all with personal care and support. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. Be exactly the nurse you want to be.
I'm possible at Herzing. I'm possible at Herzing.
I'm possible at Herzing.
I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
Fry Construction is celebrating 26 years of providing excellence in home improvements. We strive to exceed the expectations of our clients with each and every project we do. Respected by your neighbors and voted Best of Madison 2 years in a row. Best kitchen and bath design, best roofer. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself and save 26% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Don't wait. Furniture and Appliance Mart's 4-day Labor Day preview appliance deals are on now. Save up to half off Labor Day appliance deals. Plus no interest financing for 18 months on all appliances with no minimum purchase. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Take a look at this. It may be the cutest thing you see all day. Check out 2-year-old Aubriana slaying the runway.
Oh, my goodness.
This little one got started in pageants less than a year ago, but it's already stealing hearts.
Oh, she is so working.
She's also winning crowns. At this event, she was crowned world's perfect toddler.
Oh, my gosh.
That's her mom following close behind. The video has more than 19 million views on the TikTok.
Well, yeah, look at that sass.
Look at that move.
She is all about sass. You go, girl. Oh, my gosh.
Very, very cute.
That is wonderful. Well, today is a spectacular day. It's National Potato Day.
Did you know about 44 billion pounds of potatoes are harvested in the U.S. each year? You can mark the day by enjoying your favorite potato preparation. Baked, potato salad, mashed potatoes, french fries, hash browns, potato chips. What about potato soup? Potato skins, tater tots.
All right, Forrest. Don't forget about the sweet potatoes, too.
6 minutes to Wapner.
Potatoes are not only tasty, they're also good for you, loaded with those important vitamins and minerals like vitamin C, potassium, and iron. You can go out to a restaurant to get your potato fix or make something at home.
I like a good potato.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an air fryer?
I do, but I have not.
Baked potato in an air fryer.
For real?
For real.
Y'all, everyone needs to know that Mark does everything in an air fryer, though. Like that.
Well, why don't you just bring your air fryer in and just cook for us?
I should.
You should.
45 minutes. It's not like a microwave. It's like baking a potato.
All right, well, while Dana's doing her thing, you're going to give me the recipe.
You got time. I got a 3.5-minute hit. You've got.
Okay, thank you.
You guys can work on that. Of course. Sweet potatoes. That's where it's at. As we look ahead to the next few days, still warm outside, still a little humid also, but some rain chances creeping in by the end of the week. We'll look at your full forecast right after the break.
USAA is made for the safe pilots. For Mac, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. Lucia, who announces her intentions even if no one's there. And Sergeant Moore, who leaves room for her room. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. Get a quote and start saving. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
I'm not always on my game,
But lately, my uncle is, especially with his type 2 diabetes.
With once-weekly Trulicity, most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, it can help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it, you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
Home Advisor and Angie's List are now Angie, and it's easier than ever to get your projects done right. Connect with top pros and see ratings and reviews. And when you book and pay through Angie, you're covered by our happiness guarantee. Check out Angie.com today. Angie, and done.
Keep tools, lawn equipment, and more protected with storage solutions from Menards. The 10 by 12 foot Arlington metal storage shed from Aero Storage Products is perfect for all your storage needs. With its 81-inch high gable style roof and corrosion resistant galvanized steel. Get peace of mind with the security and protection of padlockable sliding doors. The Arlington metal shed is just $489 after 11% rebate. Save 11% on everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Now's the time to get a Ford built for you, by you. Pick your color, your wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want an F-150 with a 12-inch touchscreen, 400 horsepower in an Explorer, or a moonroof? You've got it. And now an additional $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Right now, our weather in Wisconsin, pretty quiet, at least for the next 24 hours or so. So I want to bounce around a little bit and look at what's going on across the country with this heat and the drier conditions for most of us. These isolated areas, the yellow dots you see, indications of maybe just a quick burn up. This information from the USDA Fire Service over the last 24 hours. Not over the last week, but just indications over the last 24 hours. Notice a few spots where things are a little drier in the Midwest, but we look off to the West Coast in Northern California. These are all active burning fires right now. Again, the yellow dots, areas where things are growing currently. So into parts of Washington and Northern California, where we are very dry and not seeing any chances for rain over the next 7 days. Likely going to see more of these pop up. Out to the East Coast now, we're keeping an eye on Tropical Storm Henry. Still out in the middle of the Atlantic, but as it moves east, it's starting to take more of an east-northeast path, and that means as it strengthens to a Category 1 hurricane over the weekend, there is the potential by the start of next week to have landfall in the New England area along the coast of Massachusetts, or even up into parts of Maine and New Hampshire and Vermont. So that is something that could happen for the start of next week. There's a little bit of variance here in the models if it's going to curve further out east or continue on north, but we're going to keep a close eye on the storm as it does continue to travel north. For us, a few isolated showers again this evening in Rock County. That slight chance for us over the next few hours. We have a few warm days in the forecast. A lot of sunshine in our 10-day though, and our next opportunity for showers and thunderstorms late Friday night into Saturday. A slight chance this evening for an isolated shower or two throughout the day on Friday. Mostly sunny skies, high temperatures in the mid to upper 80s with heat index readings in the mid to low 90s. So it's going to be very humid outside tomorrow. This line builds in after midnight into early Saturday, bringing scattered showers and thunderstorms mainly Saturday morning. We're not expecting a lot of accumulation with this, but still could hear a few rumbles of thunder early Saturday. Saturday won't be quite as humid in the afternoon once that line pulls through. Our severe potential off to the west for us on Friday, a slight risk, that marginal risk stretching into our very western counties late Friday night, but right now not concerned about anything on Saturday with that line building in. 88 the high for tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, very warm and very humid. humid outside. Our dew points again creeping up for Friday, staying high for us early Saturday before we pull back a little bit Saturday afternoon with partly sunny skies and highs in the low 80s Saturday afternoon. I think you're going to be able to enjoy the second half of the day, and the second half of the weekend will be mostly sunny as we look ahead to Sunday, the start of next week, warming back up to the mid to upper 80s with a few more rain chances building in before we start to get back to the 70s.
We need more rain.
We do need some more rain right now. That event on Saturday morning, though, I just don't think we're going to pick up a lot of accumulation.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. Well, even a certain celebrity is smitten with a golden retriever turned social media sensation.
CNN's Jeannie Mose reports on a golden with a sterling reputation.
It's no stretch to call Sterling a social media star. This golden retriever has managed to retrieve over 1 million followers on TikTok. His Instagram account,
Life of Sterling Newton,
has even attracted Celine Dion as a follower. She's Sterling's lady, all right.
I was utterly shocked and obviously very, very honored.
Sterling's owner, Diane Newton, lives outside Toronto in Canada and now posts daily as if it's Sterling posting.
He's my best friend. I'm with him every day.
She posts his funny habits, like stealing underpants and bras and leaving them out in the garden. She chronicles his trips through the Starbucks drive-thru for a free whipped cream puppuccino. When there were fireworks, she showed how she found Sterling hiding in the shower. He may love chicken.
Shall I give you some chimkin? That's what we call chicken, chimkin.
But just try getting him to eat an egg. He'll hold it, but he won't eat it. Ever since he was a few months old, Diane's been showing him stealing dish towels and hats. Sometimes he's made to model the purloined items. All through the pandemic, Sterling's fan base grew, as one woman wrote.
I just wanted to let you know, he's my virtual therapy dog.
Look how he greets Diane's son.
Have you ever been in love? I don't think so. Do you want me to describe it to you?
When he gets home from work at night, and he gets jealous if he sees her other son embracing his girlfriend and butts in. You can't fool Sterling by trying to hide his allergy pill.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fans have watched him grow from a few months old to 3.5 years. He's a social media hound and a dog for all seasons. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Oh my gosh, I want a golden now.
Well,
I want this golden.
Get a brush. they should, but yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sterling.
Well, we need to start following now.
Have to have the news house follow him.
Hello.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, up next, before we go into the 608 with Josh Spreiter, as he tells us about an influential choir teacher in the area.
Coming up next, after 5, after one of them gets COVID, our Naomi Coles reports on the vaccine status of our Wisconsin lawmakers.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
People with moderate to severe psoriasis are rethinking the choices they make, like the splash they create, the entrance they make, the surprises they initiate. Otezla, it's a choice you can make. Otezla is not a cream. It's a pill that treats plaque psoriasis differently. With Otezla, 75% clear skin is achievable. Don't use if you're allergic to Otezla. It may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Otezla is associated with an increased risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts, or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur. Tell your doctor about your medicines and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Otezla, show more of you.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
For Deb, living with constipation with belly pain was the same old story for years. Trying this, doing that, spending countless days right here. Still came the belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Awful feelings she kept sugarcoating. Finally, with the help of her doctor, it came to be that her symptoms were all signs of IBS-C. And that's why she said yes to adding Linzess. Linzess is not a laxative. It helps you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and is proven to help relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Could your story also be about IBS-C? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Tonight at 5, as we're just a few months away from hunting season in Wisconsin, a new study shows COVID has been found in deer. What it means for hunters at 5.
And we're keeping our eye on our next opportunity for showers and thunderstorms to build in late Friday night and early Saturday. We'll look at your full 10-day.
And ahead at 6, student enrollment in both public and private schools is taking a major hit. What this could mean for the future of in-person learning tonight on News 3 now at 6.
Some local communities are coming together to honor the life of a choir teacher who changed hundreds of lives in the area.
As Josh Sprider reports, there's a celebration of life happening this weekend in her honor.
Today, we're spotlighting this woman right here behind me. This is Judy Brandt, who I'm told led the way with perseverance over the years. The Cambridge native spent many decades teaching at Deerfield High School before retiring in 2002, but that never stopped Judy. She then started and directed several adult and children's choirs and directed community musicals as well. Judy died last year, but through the gift of music, she touched the lives of many in the Cambridge and Deerfield communities by developing confidence and passion for music. I had the chance to talk to one of her daughters, Sarah, in the room where all of the magic happened for Judy year after year.
She didn't care if you could sing. She just wanted you to be on the stage or in front of people because she knew that that would build confidence, and it did. She was also well known for, if you drove your kid to auditions and you came in, you best be careful because you're going to be in the musical too.
Definitely a sense of humor. Now, because Judy passed away during the pandemic, the community was never able to get together to honor her life, but that changes this weekend. There's going to be a celebration of life this coming Saturday for all to attend. Organizers are expecting hundreds of people to show up. That's just how many lives she's touched over the years. Judy's family and friends hope to keep the legacy of Judy alive, so if you'd like to learn more about this event happening at Deerfield High School, you can go to the story up on the Channel 3000 mobile app. In the 608, Josh Sprider, News 3 Now.
She touched a lot of lives. All right, still to come at 4, the story of a Wisconsin woman executed by the Nazis, the only woman sentenced to death by Hitler.
It's a story the rest of the world is just now discovering, but it's a story a Madison TV journalist uncovered a decade ago. That one live at 4 continues.
I'm Kendall Richards with All Comfort Services, and due to predicted shortages of equipment and replacement parts for furnaces and air conditioners, we recommend scheduling a tune-up today, even if it's with another company. Take it from me, it's the right thing to do.
With less moderate to severe eczema, why hide your skin? If you can help heal your skin from within. With Dupixent, adults saw long-lasting, clearer skin and significantly less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. Talk to your doctor about Dupixent.
McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo should probably be called McGann Furniture and Flooring because we're the area's oldest and most experienced floor covering store. Our friendly staff will explain the many types of flooring available, answer questions, and make suggestions so you can choose what's best for your home and lifestyle. We always offer free in-home measurements and estimates and use the finest installers in the entire area. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom.
You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Everything is relative. Travel, for example. A trip to Stoughton might seem like a long way, but if you're shopping for diamonds, it's closer than you think.
Diamond Select.
Importers of shimmering diamonds from the mines of South Africa to the streets of Antwerp and Tel Aviv. They shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to.
Diamond Select. Direct pricing saves you money.
On GIA certified South African diamonds.
Diamond Select.
Downtown Stoughton.
Had enough? No. Arthritis. Here, new Aspirin arthritis. Huh. Full prescription strength. Reduces inflammation. Thank the gods. Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Aspirin.
All Comfort Services can help you combine energy rewards, federal tax credits, and manufacturer rebates to save up to $1,200 on a Lennox gas furnace and air conditioner system. The savings are real, but only available for a limited time.
More folks hopping on the roads right now, but no accidents report. That's the good news. Things a little busy along the Beltline, some stop-and-go spots. But things, again, still moving in the interstate north and southbound. No delays for Rock County or in Dane County this evening. To get from the Beltline to Janesville, we're sitting close to 26 minutes right now, so fairly close to average. 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie about 16 minutes as well this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, thank you. A road trip to Oconomowoc might be in order. The town has Oz Plaza, and it now has some new Oz art. The town already had a yellow brick road and Wizard of Oz figures in the plaza, and now a father-daughter duo added to that by painting a Wizard of Oz mural. As for Oconomowoc's affinity for the Wizard of Oz, it was one of the first cities to show the film when it was released in 1939.
Yeah, they had the big red carpet, the whole works.
I know. I mean, Oconomowoc had really shone brightly. So there's a new book out by Rebecca Donner called All the Frequent Troubles of Our Days, the true story of the American woman at the heart of the German resistance to Hitler.
A review in the Wall Street Journal praised the book with the headline, Mildred Harnack, Forgotten Heroine. Well, hardly forgotten, at least around here. A decade ago, we aired several stories about Mildred, and Wisconsin Public Television aired a one-hour documentary.
All this leads to the Madison magazine columnist Doug Moe, who decided to look deeper into the life of this so-called forgotten heroine. Doug, welcome back.
Welcome. Good to see you.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you.
So for those who are not familiar with her, could you tell us the backstory?
Yeah, just kind of the thumbnail of it, Charlotte. Mildred Fish was her name. She was born in Milwaukee in 1902 and came over to UW. And that's where she met Arvid Harnack, who was German, but studying here. And they fell in love. Apparently, he proposed to her canoeing around Picnic Point, and they married and ended up going over. She was an English major. She actually wrote some articles for the State Journal back then. They ended up going over to Germany, and she taught American literature in Berlin. This is like around 1930 or so. And then as the 30s progress, of course, Hitler comes to power, and they become both she and Arvid leaders of the inside the country resistance. That went okay for a while, but eventually, I believe it was a stolen radio communication. They were found out. The resistance was called the Red Orchestra, and they were captured, and Arvid was executed by hanging. She was sentenced to 6 years in prison, but Hitler didn't think that was enough and ordered a new trial, and basically at his insistence, she was guillotined in 1943.
So what brought you to this place writing this new story for Madison Magazine?
I guess, Mark, it was seeing those headlines that you guys referenced, the Wall Street Journal one, and there's another one, new one in The Economist that just came out, the British publication, that again says unknown heroin. And I thought to myself at the time, wait a minute, I wrote some newspaper columns a decade ago about a Wisconsin television journalist who had done a documentary. And you know, Joe Waldinger, who worked at Channel 3 before he went to Wisconsin, PBS Wisconsin now, he had been over in Germany, in Berlin, on a journalism fellowship in 2006. And on the last day he was there, he saw an exhibit that referenced Mildred Harnack and the University of Wisconsin and mentioned the Hitler and the assassination. And Joel said to himself, why don't I know this woman? You know, why have I not heard of her? So he comes back to Wisconsin, learns that the legislature had passed a resolution saying that September 16th, her birthday, should be celebrated in every Wisconsin school every year. But that had been decades before, and she had been pretty much forgotten. So he went on a quest, and it ended up taking, 5 years and I think 3 trips to Germany. But he did this terrific documentary that I think folks can still see on YouTube. And I just got my dander up a little bit, thinking that everybody else thought that we in Wisconsin didn't know about her, that she was totally unknown, because she wasn't. And Joel told me when I interviewed him for the recent column, he's spoken 70 or 80 times around the state about her, and there's still very high interest in Mildred Harnack.
Doug, how does it feel to kind of be another voice for Mildred's story?
Well, I think it is important to keep, and in fact, Joel was so gracious, Charlotte, in kind of answering that question from my end. I'm just glad that I can advance her story a little bit. He's very gracious about the new book. He talked to Rebecca Donner, so he's just glad that her story is being furthered. And I found out, since my story posted this week on Madison Magazine Channel 3000, that Madison has an obelisk in Marshall Park in her honor. That went up just a couple of years ago, and that's an aspect of the story I didn't know. So,
this story has more layers.
Yeah.
Go to MadisonMagazine.com, read the story. It is fascinating. Doug, thanks for bringing it back to our attention.
Good to see you again.
Thanks, you guys.
We have a final check of your forecast coming up.
You know, kids, when I was your age, we didn't have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with intelligent all-wheel drive. We had average cars that drove on average roads.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
Fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
And Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin.
So when allergies attack,
take Allegra before your symptoms take over you. And for congestion relief, find Allegra D at your pharmacy.
You call me devious, but you don't understand that all I am is a little mysterious.
So what do you think?
I love it.
1976, Feldco stood the test of time.
It's Feldco's 45th anniversary! Time to get down!
To celebrate Feldco's 45th anniversary, get 45% off windows today. That's cause for a celebration.
45% off windows won't last long. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
You know, kids, when I was your age, we didn't have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with intelligent all-wheel drive. We had average cars that drove on average roads.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
Friday on News 3 Now this morning, a preview of this year's Dane County Dairy Breakfast back after the pandemic shut it down last year.
And Austin, we'll let you know if we could see some raindrops this weekend. We'll see you from 4:30 to 7 on News 3 Now this morning.
Back to school is not what it used to be.
There are new safety concerns, new protocols, and lots of questions.
We can help you navigate some of those hurdles with our Back to School series.
Join us every morning starting at 6:30 a.m. only on News 3 Now this morning.
Well, temperatures today in the mid to upper 80s, and we're going to have a few more warm days in the 10-day forecast. We are staying hot and summery for August. A lot of sunshine mixed in, but a few chances for showers and isolated thunderstorms also in the forecast, especially late Friday night into early Saturday morning. For tomorrow, for your Friday, partly sunny skies to mostly sunny skies, depending on what side of town you may be on. High temperatures will be in the upper 80s with heat index readings creeping up to the mid to low 90s in the afternoon.
Lovely.
Summer.
Dana, thank you.
On the next Live at 4 Hour K9 correspondents, Louie and Oliver have the top animal stories of the week.
And our Michael Bruno goes backstage to check out the Dining Detective. It's a murder mystery dinner theater in Madison. That's tomorrow on Live at 4.
It's time for back to school, so get to Rogan's today for styles your kids will love. Plus, save the receipt and the next pair is half price. Family Savings gets an A+ at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Now's the time to get a Ford built for you by you. Pick your color, your wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want an F-150 with a 12-inch touchscreen, 400 horsepower in an Explorer, or a moonroof? You've got it. And now an additional $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
There's nothing like a good Packers game tailgate. Right, Jared? Booyah! We got one. Go, Pack, go! Woo! Hey, nice Packers tickets. Remember the bonus drawing.
Wisconsin Lottery Packers scratch games with instant cash prizes and a bonus drawing for 2 Packers season tickets for 2 years.
A chance at 2 Packers season tickets for 2 years. Dude, I've been trying to tell you. I'm getting kind of weak. I think I need another brat.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need. And we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Living longer is possible and proven with Kisqali when taken with a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor in premenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
I kept my receipt from the last time I was at Rogan's to save even more and back to school for my kids. The shoes I'm getting today are half price. I get the best savings for my family at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
In today's final touch, shouts of "rip his head off" in Central Park would raise some concern, you'd think.
But not when Gladiators NYC gather in the park once a month. In one-on-one matches, members wear helmets, chain mail, and full armor weighing up to 100 pounds. They bash each other in the head with real weapons and violently kick, punch, and throw each other in the dirt using full contact mixed martial arts techniques in 3 one-minute rounds.
Jeez.
In melee matches, up to 4 knights fight to the finish until one is left standing. So why do they do this? Says one member,